How was your salvation made possible? The Apostle Paul gave the answer to this question in Ephesians 2, 8 and 9. For by grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. These verses clearly say how you were saved. I encourage you to read them again and again and again. Put them into memory. Circle or highlight by grace and not of works. Think about the meaning of these important words, these phrases, specifically grace. Grace literally means the kind of love that is undeserved and can never be earned. It is the opposite of working or earning it. In fact, it says, not of yourselves. So grace also means that you aren't just unable and you don't deserve it, but that it is in spite of you. You get grace because you need it, not because you deserve it or earned it. You need it. Once a famous Christian was approached by one of the world's wealthiest men at the time, and the billionaire said, "I would give anything to have the peace you talk about." The Christian replied, "I'm sure that's true, but would you be willing to receive the peace of grace, of salvation, that is, if it cost you nothing, by grace?" The billionaire was perplexed by the question. In daily life, he was able to take credit for all of his possessions and accomplishments because he had worked for them, he had earned them, and he had done a good job. The idea of receiving forgiveness as a gift from God seems strange to him. It is definitely counterintuitive to the human existence. A gift is exactly what grace is. The verse said, it is the gift of God. All you have to do to receive a gift is receive it. Why would you not receive a gift? I'm talking to you as if you are saved. Why would you not receive a gift if you are saved? You understand the gift, the giver, and you as the receiver. Recently, though, a man was in my study speaking of his quickly approaching death from cancer. He told me that he wouldn't accept anybody helping him because he didn't earn it, and that's the way he was raised. I asked him again if he was saved. Of course, he told me. I sat there looking him silently, just staring at him. As he paused, then he began to weep. He knew that his salvation was not because he earned it. In fact, it was in spite of him. I broke the silence with, all you have to do is say thank you. He did. He allowed people to love him and give to him graciously as he graciously accepted the help, the gift, all the way up until his final days. See, it's not just about giving grace, but also you have to graciously accept the gift. Why do we struggle with taking gifts? Why are we so awkward when someone tries to be in our lives, to dig in, to be close to us or intimate in a grace-filled way? It's our pride. Our pride requires us to earn and receive credit. Pride wants to be noticed and achieved. It's even our pride that wants to get to heaven by our own efforts. Solomon, the wisest man in history, was inspired of God to write these words: pride comes before a fall. The Bible says salvation can never be achieved through works. Why? Because if we ever earned it, we would become proud and boastful, just like the verse says, that any man should boast. And what comes from that? A fall. That is not God's will for your life. He wants to shower you with grace and infect you with grace and even use you as one of his grace agents to other people. Salvation cost the Lord everything, but it cost you nothing. Even if you had been willing to give everything you had, including your own life, still you could not have purchased it. Your all would not even be enough. Sin would still be wrapped up within it because we are sinful by nature. No amount of human effort or wealth would have been enough for your salvation. Your salvation was a perfect gift from a perfect donor. All you have to do is receive it. What about those who walk among us every day? the others, our neighbor. The Bible says the least of these. Even Jesus said that. What about them? You know, the people you work with, go to church with, sit with while you're commuting back and forth, or have a Zoom meeting with. What about them? What about the person you see at the cash register or the parts counter? What about them? What about the kid who delivers your groceries to your car at Walmart, or the lady at the donut counter? What about them? Do they need grace? Yes. Now, who's going to give it to them? God. How? Through you. Don't withhold the most precious gift you received from God, from others who desperately need it. It is a gift to be given. You may say, well, they don't deserve it. Well, neither did you. You may say, you don't know what they've done. God does. He also knows what you and I've done. You not only didn't deserve it, He gave it in spite of you. Remember? Do the same. They don't deserve it. They can't earn it. It's a gift. You don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. But they desperately need it. My salvation was given to me as a gift, and I did not earn it. His grace enabled me to become a believer. Therefore, all the credit goes to Him. Accept His grace today and give His grace today to others who desperately need it. Then Jesus gets all the credit. We have been called to grace. Answer the call.